Absolutely. Here's a powerful, conviction-filled opening in the style of Eric Thomas that will grab your audience by the heart, lock their focus, and demand that they listen to the full message. Before I say another word, let me make something crystal clear. I didn't come here to play with your emotions. I didn't come to entertain you. I came to wake something up inside you. I came for that version of you that's been buried under fear, excuses, laziness, distractions, and doubt. That version of you that was born for something greater, but been living like it's average. I'm not here for the people who kinda want it. I'm not talking to the crowd that sometimes show up, that sometimes grind. I'm here for the one who's hungry. I'm here for the one who's tired of starting over. I'm talking to the one who's been knocked down so many times they forgot what it feels like to stand tall. But deep down, you know, you still got that fire. This ain't motivation, this is a wake-up call. Because today, right now, I need you to make a decision. I will not be stopped. I don't care what's come against you. I don't care who left you, what they said about you, what's been taken from you. If you've still got breath in your lungs, you've still got purpose in your life. And that purpose does not come with permission slips. You don't need the world to believe in you. You just need to believe long enough to get back up. You owe it to yourself to hear this. Because the truth is, there's a reason you pressed play on this. There's a reason you're listening. Something inside you is searching for a breakthrough. This is not random. This moment is divine. So don't move, don't scroll, don't skip past this. Don't say, I'll come back to it later. There is no later, there's now, there's right now. The version of you that refuses to be average needs to rise today. And if you stick with me, if you listen to every word of this message, I promise you, something will shift inside of you. This ain't just a speech. This is a declaration, a vow, a line in the sand. This is you versus every limitation. Every lie, every label they tried to put on your life. And by the time we're done, you're gonna say it loud, say it proud. I will not be stopped. Let me tell you something. Everything in your life changes the moment you decide that quitting is no longer an option. That's it. That one decision flips the switch. That one decision separates the average from the relentless. You've got to get to a place where there's no back door, no escape route, no plan B. Because when you have a plan B, you give yourself permission to fail. You give yourself permission to settle. But when you say, I will not be stopped, that's when you start operating on a whole different level. That's when your mind stops negotiating and starts executing. People want success, but the moment it gets hard, the moment it hurts, the moment it costs them something, they back out. They fold. You know why? Because they never decided they were all in. They were flirting with the idea of greatness, but they weren't married to it. You can't halfway chase greatness. You can't tiptoe toward purpose. This ain't a game. If you want to rise, if you want to win, if you want to leave something behind that matters, you've got to make the decision that quitting is off the table. You will be tested. Make no mistake about it. Life is going to punch you in the mouth. It's going to hit you where it hurts most. Your family, your health, your finances, your dreams. And it's going to dare you to keep going. And in those moments, you're going to want to quit. You're going to want to retreat. But that's the moment of truth. That's the moment that separates the strong from the weak, the committed from the curious. And when you've already decided that quitting isn't even in your vocabulary, you don't flinch, you don't fold, you fight, you rise, you endure, because the truth is, the pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Quitting tells life, you win. I surrender, I give up. And let me tell you, you weren't built to give up. That fire inside you wasn't lit by accident. That dream, that vision, that thing you keep seeing in your mind, it's yours. But it comes with a cost. The cost is pain. The cost is sacrifice. The cost is struggle. But when you make up your mind that you'll walk through the fire instead of running from it, you unlock a level of power most people will never know. This isn't about talent. It's not about having the right connections or coming from the right background. It's about grit. It's about deciding that you're going to keep going even when everything in you is begging to stop. It's about putting one foot in front of the other when your legs are trembling, when your spirit is low, when the world says you can't. You hear me? When the world says you can't, you answer back with action. You answer back with work. You answer back with fight. You think the people who made it didn't want to quit. You think the people who made history didn't cry, didn't bleed, didn't suffer. Of course they did. But they made a vow. They made a decision. They said, I don't care how many times I fall, how many doors close, how many people doubt. I will not stop. That's what I need from you, not feelings, not hype. I need your decision. I need you to say it and mean it, not just today, but every day. Because the moment you decide you will not be stopped, the universe moves, life shifts, doors open, the struggle doesn't go away, but your power over it grows. You become dangerous, you become focused, you become unbreakable, and when the pressure comes, and it will come, you look it dead in the face and say, I'm still here. You make your presence known through your persistence. You make your legacy known through your consistency. You stop waiting for a sign and become the sign. Quitting can't live here anymore. That mindset has to die today. From this moment forward, it's not a question of if you'll win. It's only a matter of when. As long as you refuse to stop, you will get there. You will rise. You will finish. And when that moment comes, when you're standing on the other side of the pain, the rejection, the long nights, and the lonely roads, you'll be able to say with your chest out, I told you, I will not be stopped. Everybody wants to be great until it's time to suffer. Everybody talks about success like it's glamorous, like it's shiny, like it's sitting on some stage with the lights and the claps and the cameras. But let me tell you the truth. The real work, the real transformation, it happens in the dark. It happens in the places nobody sees. It happens in the cold, in the silence, in the pain. The only way to become unstoppable is to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's it. That's the key. You've got to learn to embrace the struggle like it's your training ground. You want strength. You want greatness. Then you better be willing to suffer for it. You better be willing to push through the days when nothing makes sense. When your body's tired, your mind is screaming, and everything in you says, take it easy. But you don't take it easy, you lean in, because growth doesn't happen when it's convenient. It happens when you're stretched. When you're under pressure, when it hurts so bad you want to quit, but something in you keeps going anyway. That's where champions are built. See, most people run from discomfort. The moment it gets hard, they look for a way out. They fold under pressure, tap out, and justify it by saying, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But it's not about what's meant to be. It's about how bad you want it. It's about showing life you're not just here to survive. You're here to dominate. You're here to overcome. And if that means bleeding for it, crying for it, sacrificing for it, so be it. You can't break limits without breaking through resistance. That's what discomfort is. It's resistance. It's the weight you gotta lift if you want to grow stronger. You can't lift light and expect to build power. You want mental toughness, then you've got to endure mental storms. You want emotional strength. Then you've got to walk through some valleys alone. You want discipline, then get used to waking up when the bed feels too good to leave. Start showing up when your emotions say stay down. Let me tell you something real. Comfort is the killer of dreams. It's the slow poison that makes people settle. It's the trap that lulls you to sleep and tells you you're fine right here. But deep down you know you were never meant to stay in the same place. That itch you feel, that restlessness, it's not anxiety, it's a calling. It's purpose trying to wake you up and say, you were built for more. But more comes with pressure, more comes with pain, and listen, pressure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. It's revealing the weak spots, the areas you need to build up. You don't hide from it, you don't complain about it, you use it, you grow through it, and the more you train yourself to walk through fire, the less afraid you become of the heat. You start to move different. You start to operate on a level most people can't understand. Why? Because they're still looking for comfort, and you've learned to thrive in discomfort. It's in those uncomfortable moments when you prove what you're really made of. When you show up for practice sore, when you hit the books while everyone else is out partying, when you grind in silence while nobody's watching, that's where greatness is born. And the truth is, most people don't fail because they're not talented. They fail because they can't handle being uncomfortable long enough to win. You've got to rewire your thinking. Stop looking for easy. Stop chasing shortcuts. Start saying, I welcome the struggle. Start saying, this pressure is part of my process. Because when it's all said and done, the pain won't last, but who you become through it, that's forever. You'll look back and realize that everything you endured shaped you into something unstoppable. And while the world was trying to stay safe, you were becoming dangerous. You were sharpening your mindset, building your character, fortifying your spirit. So no, you won't always feel good. No, it won't always be fair. But if you're willing to keep going through the discomfort, you'll find out what you're really capable of. You'll step into a version of yourself that doesn't run, doesn't hide, doesn't shrink back. And when it's time to rise, when it's time to take your place, you'll be ready. Because you learned to be comfortable in the very place others ran from. And that's why I will not be stopped. You can train your body all day long. You can grind in the gym, wake up early, go hard in the classroom, push in your business. But if your mind ain't right, none of it will last. You've got to own your mind or your mind will own you. That's the battle most people lose before they even get started. They think it's about discipline, they think it's about habits, but deep down, it's about control. If you don't control your thoughts will control your life. And let me tell you something, your mind will lie to you every single day if you let it. Your mind will tell you you're not good enough. It'll say you don't have what it takes. It'll remind you of every failure, every mistake, every setback like it's proof that you can't win. And if you don't stand up and take authority over that voice, you'll start believing it. You'll start living it. You'll start playing small. You'll start shrinking your dreams to fit your fear. But I came to tell you, you don't owe fear nothing. You don't owe doubt a single inch of your future. You've got to take the driver's seat and tell your mind where it's going. You've got to be louder than the lies. The most dangerous thing in the world isn't a hater. It's not a loss. It's not even failure. The most dangerous thing is an undisciplined mind. Because when your mind isn't aligned, everything falls apart. You'll sabotage your own blessings. You'll walk away from opportunities. You'll overthink, procrastinate, and make excuses that sound like logic. But they're not logic. They're chains. You're locked in a mental prison that you've got the key to. You just haven't used it yet, and the key is focus. The key is intention. Every day you've got to wake up and declare, today I run my mind. Today I decide who I am. Today I choose the thoughts I'm going to feed and the ones I'm going to starve. Because whatever you feed grows. If you feed fear, fear grows. If you feed faith, faith grows. If you feed purpose, clarity, gratitude, grind, then your destiny grows. But it starts with what you allow to live in your mind. You've got to start checking the voices. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this belief pushing me forward or holding me back? Most people never stop to ask that question. They just accept whatever pops in their head as truth, but not you. Not anymore. You've got too much to do, too much to give, too much to become to let negativity set up shop in your mind. The most powerful person in the room isn't the one who shouts the loudest. It's the one who thinks the clearest. You want to change your life. Change your thoughts. Speak life over yourself. Remind yourself what you've survived. Remind yourself how far you've come. Tell yourself the truth even when it's hard to hear. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I used to be either. And if I keep going, I will get there. That kind of mindset is bulletproof. That kind of mindset can't be stopped. You've got to train your mind like a muscle. That means repetition. That means daily work. That means being intentional with what you listen to, who you surround yourself with, what you watch, what you read. Don't feed your mind junk and then expect it to run like a machine. Protect your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. Every time you let a negative thought pass unchecked, you give it permission to take root. But every time you confront it, every time you say, "Not today," you build strength, you build power, you build clarity, and clarity is where your strength comes from. When your mind is clear, your direction is clear. When your mind is focused, your actions follow. And when your actions align with your purpose, you become unstoppable, not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger, not because the challenges disappear, but because your mind is trained to rise above them. So from this moment on, no more letting your mind run wild. No more letting fear narrate your story. You're the author now. You set the tone, you control the pace, and the story you're about to write. It ends in victory. It ends in legacy. It ends in power, because I will not be stopped. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody's willing to work for it. Not just when it's fun. Not just when it's new. I'm talking about that relentless, no excuses kind of work. That grind when nobody's watching. That hustle when there's no applause. That discipline when your body is screaming and your mind is begging you to quit. That's the kind of effort it takes to become unstoppable. And I don't mean working harder than the people beside you. I'm talking about outworking your own excuses. Outworking the voice in your head that says, it's okay to rest today. Outworking the temptation to settle, to slow down, to wait for the right time. See, too many people are in love with the idea of success, but allergic to the process. They like the vision, but not the steps it takes to get there. They dream about the destination, but won't put in the hours, the sweat, the tears, and the focus to earn it. And here's the truth. There are no shortcuts. There's no hack to greatness. There's only the work. Every day, especially the days you don't feel like it, because it's in those moments, when you don't feel like showing up, but you show up anyway, that you separate yourself. That's where champions are made. You don't need more time. You don't need better conditions. You need more action. You need more consistency. The difference between the person who makes it and the one who isn't luck, it's who kept working when everything inside them said stop. It's who chose discipline over comfort, who kept going when they felt nothing. It's who didn't need motivation. They were powered by mission. This is what I need you to understand. The grind is not optional. Discipline is the foundation. It's the backbone. It's the part that doesn't care how you feel. You've got to train yourself to work on demand. Not when it's easy, not when the weather's good, not when you're in the mood, but because the work has to be done. Because you made a promise to yourself that you're not backing down, that you're not folding, that this version of you, this locked-in, all-in, focused version, is permanent. The world is full of people who started. That's not impressive anymore. Everyone can start. Everyone can be excited on day one. But I'm not asking if you can start. I'm asking, can you finish? Can you push when it gets boring? Can you keep going when it's quiet? Can you wake up before everyone else and get it done when there's nobody clapping, nobody cheering, and nobody noticing but you? You're not just in competition with others. You're in competition with the old you. The lazy you, the inconsistent you, the I'll start Monday you. That version has to be buried under the weight of your daily grind. Every time you say, I'm tired, do it anyway. Every time you say, I've done enough, go a little more. Every time you think, I deserve a break, remember, you haven't earned it yet. That's the difference. The winners, they earn their rest. The average, they negotiate with comfort. The winners don't wait until they feel like doing it. They understand feelings are temporary, but legacy is forever. So while they rest, while they talk, while they scroll, while they complain, you work. You don't talk about how bad you want it. You show how bad you want it. You prove it in the dark so it can shine in the light. Let them sleep, let them party, let them doubt, that's fine. Let them watch, because soon enough they're going to ask how you did it. And you'll look them dead in the eyes and say, I didn't stop. I didn't give in. I outworked every excuse and every limit. You didn't get lucky. You didn't catch a break. You built it day by day, rep by rep, brick by brick. And now, no matter what comes, pressure, failure, delay, resistance, you're ready because you trained in the dark. You sacrificed when nobody cared. You paid your dues, and now there's only one truth left standing. I will not be stopped.